Hello Terraria enthusiasts, my name is James and welcome back to the Calamity Mod. So in today's episode we're starting off with a brand new weapon, and this is a weapon I've never seen before, but it's a weapon I did want because it's actually an upgrade to the Prismaline, which is a weapon that we've been using throughout the series. It was like the crystal swordy thing. I can't remember what it was called originally, but I liked it and I used it in other series. So it has this new upgrade. It's called the Radiant Star, and I only remember this thanks to you guys, all of you who let me know yesterday. I appreciate it because if I'd have missed out on this, I actually would have been pretty gutted. So I got an astral scythe. Wow, look at that. I was just in my astral biome getting some stardust because I used all my stardust making astral bars, and then I was like, well, now I can't make a weapon because I'm out of stardust. So I had to go there with a Zergy boy. I died. You guys don't need to know that, right? 0 deaths, I'm all good. So, Radiant Star. It's a rogue weapon. It does 90 damage. Throws daggers that explode and split after a while. Okay, so you all know what this probably is, because we have used it, kind of, in other variations, but let's see what the new one looks like. Ooh, it's fancy. Damn, it's fancy. Yeah, it's actually really, really nice. I like this. So, is it every now and again it will shoot stars out, or is that my character? Truthfully, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is going to be just a good weapon. You know what I mean? Like, you just get a weapon and you're like, this will be good. This does storm in a bottle. This was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. So, there was one more thing that you guys wanted me to make, and it was the gel belt. Status's gel belt or something like that. Status's ninja belt. I thought it was called the gel belt. Amazing. Right, well, let's put my Froggo right in here. And this Froggo's been good to us. It's been a good Froggo. Status's gel belt. Okay, ninja belt. Here we go. So this one's got melee speed back. Let's have a look at this. So, increases jump speed and allows constant jumping. Can climb walls, dash and dodge attacks. 5% increase rogue damage and velocity. 5% increase rogue critical strike chance. And I feel like somebody was like, it also gives a 10% extra chance to dodge just in general. So that's actually pretty great. I'm really pleased with that. You know what? If I was to give you all an award for suggesting good items, I feel like everybody's on track for a gold star. So I appreciate that. Now, the other thing we have to look at is actually in the dungeon. And I didn't even know that this existed. This, I imagine, is new as well. It's called the Astral Chest, and it spawns in the dungeon, but you can't open it until you've beaten Astrum Deus, which is what we did yesterday. Now, I don't know where it is, and this is for real, because my map's broken, remember? So, like, all that good stuff, you know, where I've probably seen it in the past, I legit don't know where it is. This is where I died. I'm just going to pick up some of the stardust and some more scythes. Man, I actually had a good bit of loot here. Yeah, Zergs are pretty good. So what have I been up to today? Well, I've got to be honest with you guys. I've been pretty stressed. Usually, I would say I'm a pretty prepared person. Now, when I'm talking about preparation, I'm specifically talking about birthdays, right? Because it's Court's birthday. It's coming up in like a week and a bit. And I'm usually very prepared. I got all the gifts in advance. Everything I want to do, I get it in advance. Last year, it was a trip to New York. And that was something off my bucket list. That's one of those gifts where it's like, this is a gift for you, but it's also a gift for me, right? But one of the things I wanted to do this year, because we're not off on a trip, Court now has a job, so like holiday days do apply, so we can't just like fly off whenever. So I wanted to rent a hot tub for the weekend leading up to the birthday, right? And there's a double meaning to this as well, because Courtney's birthday falls on the finale of Game of Thrones. I'm going to have a TV, I'm going to watch Game of Thrones finale in a hot tub. It's going to be amazing, going to be glorious. But why have I been stressed? Well, I want to rent a hot tub. I don't want to buy one, of course, because I'll never use it. And my garden's kind of small. We'll get into that. It's kind of small. It has a small area of stones and a big area of grass, which, as you all know, has been a recurring theme in this series, does not grow very well. So I wanted to rent this hot tub, and I was like, right, this will be fine. This will be really easy to do, because hot tubs... Like, who's renting hot tubs at this time of the year in Britain? Because it sucks. The weather sucks. But clearly everyone. Because I was contacting, like, every hot tub hire in the city. And they were all like, yeah, no, we're all booked out. And I was like, oh, no, I really wanted to do this. Like, huh. God, I'm really weak against these guys. Well, let me get back here. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, continuing onwards. Basically, every single person in the city that rents out hot tubs was like, nah, we're busy. So I was like, right, I need to find a solution to this issue. So I start looking at hot tubs in other towns, because I'm like, they might just deliver. Why not? Because I'm not that far away. It's about an hour's drive. So I managed to reach out to this company, and they're like, yeah, we've got a hot tub. It's this price, and it's available when you need it. And then I was like, great, throw a few extra days in there, will you please? And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? They did, which I thought was great of them. I was so buzzed about getting this hot tub. I paid for it there and then, you know. This was the big thing. It was like half the price of all the ones in my city. So I was like, all right, it's probably like a smaller one. You know what I mean? Like, it just won't be as big, which is fine because I don't need a giant hot tub. Here it is. Oh, hell yeah. I can't open it. I can't. Hello? Do I take it? Is that what I do? Astral chest. So what's inside of it? There's nothing inside of it. What? What is that? What is that? Did I glitch it out? Did I break it? Oh man, I feel like I've broken it. What? Jesus. I have, haven't I? I've actually broken it. I know I have. Oh, great. Well, you guys, right? I'm bumping you down to a silver star. Anyway, I was so excited about this hot tub. I never asked for the dimensions. And I was looking at some photos on their Facebook afterwards, and I was like, this thing is massive. It's going to kill my grass. So I had to go to them all pitiful, like, can you please make it smaller and give me back some money? And they were like, yeah, sure. But waiting for that was very stressful. Oh, the stellar knife. Is this it? Is it the stellar knife? I think it probably is. Yeah, I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it's the stellar knife. Throws knives that stop midair and then home in on enemies. Really? Sorry, I'm using the wrong weapon. That sounds ace. That sounds really good. It seems like the kind of weapon you can't test on a test dummy. You know what, guys? I am going to bump you back up to gold. I'm very proud of you all. Unreal on the first go. You'll love to see it. Can we get Unreal on this one, please, before I spend all of my money? Deadly. I'll take Deadly. So we've actually got, like, so many weapons to choose from now. It's kind of actually getting a little bit out of hand. So let me deposit some of that stuff. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. And we'll stick with this. And then what we'll do is we'll just, like, migrate to the newer weapons. So I want to make an abomination. Because in yesterday's episode, I couldn't beat the boss. So what I did for today's episode was I finally improved my jungle. Now, let me make this the right time. So I was like, we need a jungle that's going to last. Because I can't build in the jungle because I'm going to need it for Yaren eventually. So I need something that's flat. And I can't make mud walls. So I was like, there's not much you can do with a jungle biome after you've flattened it. So I came up with a solution to just make it look a little better. Half of it paid off really well, half of it didn't. As you guys know, the theme of this series has been making some nicer builds, right? Because I've got some pretty ugly worlds, and I do want to rectify that. So let me get to the jungle. It's a little bit further. Man, this world feels like a large world sometimes. It really does. God, this weapon looks insane. The fact it homes in as well. This seems like one of those weapons where you're like, I've taken down a boss in one tick. Because you just spawn in about 1 million of those and you wait for the boss. Okay, so here it is. Here's my jungle. What do you guys think? This was the thing that didn't work out very well. I was like, I want to have a honey-like stream going underneath it all. I think that'll be ace. Look at how they're just suspended in the air. But then I did it, and I removed all the back wall, and it didn't even look good. So I had to add this topaz back wall to even make it bright. And then what I did was I got some flower walls and kind of made these like vine-looking things in between all the mud wall that's left behind, because you can't make mud wall, or I don't believe you can. So the flower wall kind of goes in between. Well, actually, it's jungle wall. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty proud of it, actually. Yeah, look at all that. Pretty nice. Okay, well, let's give this boss a go. I don't know how well it's going to go. So let's swap this mad lad to nighttime. I also put some fireworks. I've never put fireworks in the world, and it does feel a little special. What are we celebrating? Me getting a smaller hot tub. Thank God, guys. Thank God. Crisis averted. But that was like probably, it was really, really stressful because I'd already bought it, and I was like, they could just say no. They could be like, no, you have to have the hot tub you've ordered. Because that's the way these kind of things work. So that's why it was so stressful. Oh, man. Comes with a gazebo as well. That probably won't fit. Hallelujah. Man, if I ever buy a house, it's going to have a big garden. That's the goal. And it's going to have grass that grows itself. That's what I want. Problem with this house is it has this giant tree. I've mentioned the tree many a time. If you're wondering about the branch, it never fell. It's been months. But yeah, so this garden has this big giant tree. It has two big giant trees, and it sucks all the moisture out of the ground. Because it's so big, it's like, just give me all that moisture, boy. Right? It's that stay hydrated meme. It's just the living embodiment. And yeah, that's why the grass sucks. And also the fact that I've got no experience with gardening in the world, and people keep giving me conflicting ideas. Like, I had the guy that was doing the inspection come round, and he was like, right, you need to cut this grass really, really short, and that's going to keep it fresh. And then I had this gardening company come round, because this gardening company fertilised the grass, because it does nothing, their fertilisation, it really doesn't. I don't know why I've got it, really. And they're like, oh no, you've got to keep it longer, because it needs to keep in all those nutrients, boy. So I don't know, conflicting ideas. I'm very excited today because Saints Row the 3rd came out on Nintendo Switch. This was a game that my friend had when I was younger, and I was so jealous of. I just thought it just looks like a goofy GTA, a non-serious GTA, in the sense that it's just stupidly out there, right? You know, action pieces that are crazy. And so, like, I'm finally living my, like, young teenage dream of getting to play it on the Switch. It's actually pretty good. The only problem is the sensitivity is really low, and I've cranked it up to max, and it still feels like a normal shooter game but on low sensitivity. So I hope they can patch that. But other than that, pretty good. But that's why I'm excited. That's got me through the day. Also, Logic released another album. Who would have thought in one series I can talk about the same artist releasing 2 separate albums? This dude's released like 4 albums in about 14 months. And I always like listen to an album all the way through. You know, I give it a full listen. Oh, I really didn't like it. I really didn't, and I really wanted to because I was like, this could be so good. Cause it's got Eminem on it. It's got Wiz Khalifa. It's got some bars from Will Smith. But I didn't like it. I really didn't. I wish I did though. Okay, let's try the Radiant Star real quick. Okay, so the Fallen Stars. That's probably a lot better than what I'm using. I wanted to give both a good amount of time, but I actually... No. Okay, right, I'm going to die here, and I don't want to... Nope. Come on. Nope. Please save me. Please just let me heal. I've got 30 seconds left on the heal here. This ain't going so well. I kind of missed the knife. Alright. These charging attacks are going to kill me. And I'm, like, slowly bleeding out health. Oh, God. Look, if we live this, it's an absolute miracle. Hey! God! What a miracle! Amazing. All right, come here. Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't want you. Come on. You're just the tiny little one. This little one's almost the size of the main one. Is this not the size that the original used to be? I don't know. Things change all the time. If you don't stop to look around once in a while, you might miss it. A little quote there from one of my favorite movies. Google it. Okay, So what do you get? Arcane Toxic Heart. Material. Summons a damaging plague aura around the player and destroys nearby enemies. Horrific amalgam of steel, flesh, and infection capable of destroying an entire civilization in just one onslaught. Jesus. Its plague nuke barrage can leave an entire area uninhabitable for months. A shame that it came to this, but the plague must be contained. Okay, that was yeah, that was good. I like this weapon, especially because the particles are just really large. Like, aren't they just really large particles for what it is? I'm pretty sure I've used this weapon to try and, like, do a boss fight, but I feel like it was Plantera, but it couldn't have been Plantera. It must have been something else. Right, what have we got left to do? So we've got the events. You've got the Nightmare Moon and all that good stuff, right? The Pumpkin Moon, the Frost Moon. But I don't feel like that's probably worth doing because I know that when you revisit it later, it has extra materials. So unless there's a banging rogue weapon, I don't really want to know about it. So Duke Fishron and Ravager is up next. Now, I don't see myself doing Duke Fishron today because I can't be bothered to go get the truffle worm, I won't lie. But the ancient medallion, if I've got some temple bricks, I might be able to make this. So ancient medallion, let's see. So it's made out of salt. Yeah, it's made out of the lizard bricks. I did think it was, but that's all right. We can get there pretty quick because I didn't move my my golem stand. That's one of the perks of not moving it. One of the big perks is that everything becomes a little bit easier, but I don't know. It's worth teleporting to. So that's a good little life hack. If those potions weren't so expensive, that's essentially like a second spawn point you can add to your own world because it will always go to the placement of the golem stand, which is pretty cool. Now, in terms of Switch games as well, I've spoken about Saints Row. I did play a little bit of it. I really enjoyed it, like I said. But I'm also very excited. Well, I feel conflicted about this because I'm excited for Assassin's Creed 3 to come out on Switch. But when it first came out, I absolutely hated it. I really hated it. But I've heard good reviews from my friends who've gone back and replayed it, and they're like, oh, it's actually not bad. And then I saw gameplay of it, and I was like, oh, it looks terrible on Twitch. And then Game Explain went and checked it out, and it looks pretty good. It actually does. One second, I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Now, don't get started associating me with tea, by the way. I drink coffee, but I am drinking tea right now. I always see that. Chippy, I love tea. I know you love tea. No, I love coffee. That's what I love. You've come to the wrong place, fool. Because that's Python stick, right? Let me have my thing. It's coffee, it's couches, it's poor grass, and it's washing machines. Okay, let's see. Medallion. The ancient medallion. Thank you. I'm going to go do this in the jungle because I feel like it's the only area I've got flat that's actually pretty decent. Ravager is intense golem, right? I saw that Senex has actually teased that golem is getting changed in the new update. Now, I messaged her a while ago with my suggestion, and I would love to see my suggestion come into the game. That's because I always moan about golem, don't I? Like, I moan about it every chance I get. But knowing them, they'll probably make it better than me. Right, I'm a terrible game developer. You should see my Super Mario Maker levels. They're pretty shameful. So I probably should never be a game developer. Man, Mario Maker though. Oh, what a game. When I moved to the city, so Court moved here before me, about a month before me. She had like a student flat, and I had nowhere. I used to come and stay, and I would bring with me the Wii U, and we'd take it in turns making Mario Maker levels, man. Oh, some of the funniest times, really. Such a good game. I'd always make mine super challenging, and hers would be like super unique. That was the big twist between the two. Okay, right. So I think we're going to be fine for this fight. Let me have another sip of tea. Once again, please don't associate. Oh, God. It's good to stay hydrated, right? Just that's my tree. Okay, here we go. You took 109 health off me just by spawning. Thanks, Ravager. Okay, so this might be better because of all the fallen stars. Oh, okay. Right, so this is a terrible stand for Ravager. Because those chocolate nuggets move, don't they? Yeah, I remember Ravager. I don't much like Ravager. I think it's because when I beat it in the last series, it just took forever. It's a fight I don't like. Like, legit don't like. I just think it goes on for way too long. But all these fallen stars are doing good work. So I appreciate that. Sorry about clearing my throat. I feel really rude, but the tea's not cutting it. If only it was coffee. Okay. 71%. See, look, this fight goes on forever and a day. I'm going to be on Season 6 before we do this fight. There totally will be a Season 6 of Calamity, by the way, just in case you're ever wondering. 100% there will be. I love this this mod too much, honestly. Can't quit. But I imagine it might be after the new update. I don't know. And by new update, I do mean new update to Terraria, which is quite a few months away, actually. So, I don't know. I don't know what the main goal is at the moment. As long as I'm playing Terraria, I'm honestly pretty content. I really, really am. Okay, so this is where it gets its head out. What even is that? Is it a head? Is it a brain? Is it a crazy crab? I don't know. I actually don't. I think I might go to the flying knives in a second after this, because I was enjoying the fallen star effect because it was kind of hitting all the ligaments. Fancy word, right? It was hitting all the components, but now I don't really need to worry about that. It's only got 2 parts. I might go with the knife. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the knife. You call that a knife? Oh my god, this fight goes on forever and a day. Now I'm going back to the Radiant Star. I'm going to spray it as well, see if it has a debuff on it. Okay. I'm actually pretty impressed that we're doing this, because I remember in my last series, the chocolate nuggets were the worst bit, and I needed like an arena that had multiple layers because of it. I feel like this is the boss weapon. Like, in terms of like the 2 weapons we've made today, this one's for bosses, and the other one is for just like maneuvering around the world, because I love the other knife. I'm actually quite surprised that in the same episode we've got 2 really banging weapons. Okay. God, I'm surprised I haven't run out of stuff to talk about, because this Ravager fight is going on for quite a while. Still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Just going through it really slowly, but I'm really appreciating that. I feel like I've got such a different mentality to games at the minute. Like, I was never a big chipping away I was never a big chipping away at games kind of guy until recently. But now I'm like really, really, really enjoying just chipping away. So this is the part that sucks the most. It's restricting my my movement. I want the adrenaline, right? Because my adrenaline's about to be full, but I think I'm going to lose it because knowing me, right? Oh no, there we go. I was going to say I want the adrenaline, but I also want to wait because I want my rage. Okay, let's go back to the knife. Oh, so that seems like it's doing way more now. I don't know. I really don't. Oh, that's clearly doing more, isn't it? But I think it's because the other one's not hitting as well. Okay, gotta be careful with my health, because I am actually getting low. I'm like under halfway now, so that's not looking great. But I think the next hit I get, I am going to get some rage, so that's pretty decent at least. Okay. Oh. Alright, so it seems like I need another hit for rage. I can't even like buff up or anything. 14 seconds left on a heal. I think if I get hit one more time, like, this fight's probably going to be over. I'm just literally winging the dodging as well. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I'm just like really hoping that I don't get hit. Okay. Right. I think we're going to do this. I'm feeling pretty good now. Okay, Ravager, my friend. See you later, fam. Oh, that's a fight I don't like farming for. It really is. Yeah, my opinion on Ravager hasn't changed in the recent updates. Bam. So what did we get that was most interesting? Infernal Blood, which literally looks like a poor Cuphead soul. Thank you. Nice, I like this. Quick Flesh Totem, half enemy contact damage. Very cool. These are all very cool. Now, let me know what weapons I should be making for the next episode, if I should be making any. Also, if I'm missing out on armor, I would love to know if I need to make a new set yet or not. Right, that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy, big fat thumbs up as always. It goes a long way. All right, see you in the next one, guys. Peace.